DeSoto's Ethan Feaster cut his teeth in Louisiana, but it took a move to North Texas to make him a football star. Our Kia Inside Story tells us about the athlete everyone knows as Boobie.
The birth certificate says Ethan Feaster, but high school football fans know him as Boobie. And anyone who's a fan of the movie or book Friday Night Lights can probably figure out where that moniker came from.
We were watching Friday Night Lights, and when he was born, I gave him the name. My wife hated it, but it really started to stick. He was 4 years old. He was playing on the flag team.
The night before my championship game, I was watching Friday Night Lights. And, my dad was already calling me Boobie. But, I had seen a quote, if you want to win, put Boobie in. We was on offense. It was for us to win the game. I told my godfather, Kelvin Sims, I was like, if you want to win, put Boobie in. And ever since then, everybody around the country started calling me Boobie.
His dad has always coached defense. So Ethan got started playing on the defensive line when he was growing up in Louisiana. But one day, unbeknownst to his dad, one of Ethan's youth coaches gave him a chance at running back. And, well, he kind of took a liking to it.
I came to practice late one day. He had him at running back. Apparently, they had talked about it behind my back the whole time. And he messed around and got a taste of a touchdown. And after he got a taste of a touchdown, that was kind of it.
Once they put me at running back when I turned 8 years old and I got that first touchdown, it was like, yeah, this is what I want to do. I want to go score a touchdown. So.
And while Ethan can still play some defense and make an impact, his heart will never leave the offensive side of the ball. His family moved to the DeSoto area about 7 years ago, and he's been focusing on becoming an offensive playmaker ever since. He's developed into one of the best wide receivers in America. And while the physical tools of this 6'1", 180-pounder are pretty easy to see, what most fans might not understand is what a cerebral player Ethan is.
Runs great routes, has great hands, very precise in his route running. Always working on his craft to try to be great. But more importantly, man, he is so gifted when it comes to knowing his opponent.
I learned at a young age, football is a mind game. It's definitely 80% mental, 20% physical. So, I try to play mind games with the DB always. One thing I pride myself on is knowing what the lineman has to do, knowing what the running back has to do, and knowing what the receiver has to do, and the quarterback. So that's probably the biggest thing, just knowing what everybody has to do.
But he's such a great teacher. It's what people don't understand about it. He's so smart and precise. He knows defenses, he knows offenses, because he studies. And I can tell you, he's another coach on the football field. That's what he is, and that's what makes him so special.
Ethan always does his homework, not just for football, but also in the classroom, where he has enough credits that he'll graduate high school a year early. So this is his third and final season of high school football. Boobie is committed to the USC Trojans, largely because of the coaching staff that has been on him for a long time.
I've had a close relationship with Coach Riley and Coach Simmons since my 7th grade year. They didn't see me grow from a freshman to all the way, now my senior year. So those my guys.
Feaster will not even turn 17 years old until May. So he'll be a very young freshman next season and still has room to grow. However, sooner or later, USC fans just might be saying, if you want to win, put Boobie in.
My biggest thing, is just taking care of my folks. But not only that, being a Hall of Famer, being the greatest to come through the DeSoto, and be arguably one of the greatest to come through Texas.
Inside Story is brought to you by your DFW area Kia dealers. Kia, movement that inspires.